I know a man-child who wears these, and he had just wronged me when we were writing this episode. Immortalizing your enemies through writing is my personal version of casting a curse. It lasts forever.
I don't like thinking about what he must have stepped in and then put on the mouth of the bottle that he then drank from. Straight men are horrifying.
DM's control issues have improved.
You guys are having fun, right?
I love the opening montage. It was so much fun to come up with moments that would allow you to check in with these characters' growth over the course of the season, as well as who they are in game in the Tavern of the Mind.
And also noting that she's sort of failing at actually doing her thesis in any meaningful way.
If you don't have an example of conflict resolution by our next meeting, we'll have to reevaluate your place in the program.
She may take her professor's advice in the wrong direction.
Money's a little tight right now, so I started an Etsy business painting minis. I am drowning in orders. I'm so far behind.
Do you need help?
There are definitely some reticent participants at the table, but I think it speaks to the validity of the party as a friend group beyond people who play a game together every week, that they would stop their game and help their friend who's having a tough time financially and overextenuating herself and struggling to stay on top of things.
Viola texts from Jean's phone to his actual girlfriend, and she does something that's honestly like really bad and really underhanded.
Why did we have her make this choice to interfere in Jean's relationship? The long and short of it is that real life is messy, and this is more realistic and more interesting of a story that we want to tell.
I support women's rights, and I support women's wrongs. And when Viola's back is against the wall, this is the choice she would make to take back her research. And I don't think our show would have an audience if our characters were just morally upright all the time. That doesn't make conflict, that doesn't make things interesting. And at the end of the day, the focus of our show is the roots of issues that start at the table that then spiral out to have real world consequences.
If everyone got along all the time, if people didn't have secrets, it wouldn't be as good of a time to watch, and you wouldn't be as compelled to find out what happens next.
Also, I think the real issue here is her dad is a fracker.
I think you could do this somewhere else.
I would die on the battlefield for Becca Scott.
If Becca Scott and I were on a plane together and that plane was going down and there was only one parachute, I know who would make it out alive. It's not me. If that needed to be said.
The fact that she was down to be put in a duct tape corset that costumes made for her because she's playing a cosplayer. It's just, oh man, she was amazing to work with. I'm so grateful that she was interested in coming on board to do this cameo for us as Jean's girlfriend.
Hey, Avatar: The Last Airbender isn't an anime.
That's what you take from this?
Avatar: The Last Airbender raised me. It is a sacred text in my household.
Animes have to be written and produced in Japan, and the original language has to be Japanese.
Avatar: The Last Airbender isn't an anime.
I'll fight all of you about this. I will.
Well, we're not together or anything. It's just in game.
There's something really alluring about a fictional romance that you can fall into, in that it's kind of safe, in that theoretically nothing's ever going to come of it, while still giving you kind of the emotional endorphins that come with a real relationship.
When you struggle with the means of living and also with your self-worth, it's really easy to look back at the times that you bought a coffee for or held the hand of a person who's unavailable and in a relationship and think to yourself, I'm okay with this. This is fine for me. This is serving me. This is good.
You should stop undervaluing yourself. You deserve better. In more ways than one.
I know I've been in that situation before where you really care for somebody, but you will settle for whatever little bit of love and attention they will give you. So Viola now has conflict. for her thesis, but what did it cost her and her friends